the same thread like him. They don't study doing work to get ahead like him. They don't toss and turn in the bed like him. Cause they don't love it, they don't love it. 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 I've been laid back so long, I'm trying to get turned. Searching my name, dog, that's how you get hurt. Being likable, I'm trying to be unbreakable. I just realized that this whole game is takeable if I want it. And I do, yes, I want it. I don't care how.
Now for the so-called City Beautiful and home to the Madden Studios. This is EA Sports coverage of the National Football League from Orlando, Florida. Just ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game. And we got a great one in store, as it'll be the Washington Commanders and the Orlando Wizards. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. To start the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
With the time of the play clock almost up, Ron Rivera's going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Gibson again. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Howell down to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here.
Well, 3 and out to start the game would have been a real disappointment. So this is a nice job of finding something you think will work and executing it. And they're able to keep this opening drive going.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
First run of the game for Jahmyr Gibbs, the Alabama product.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. They get 17 there. Good for a Commander's first down.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Howell.
Flush to his right. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
Gibbs will try and pick it up.
And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I go right at him with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on 3rd down.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Commanders are on the board first here in this division round matchup.
Well, just about an ideal start to this one offensively, because on the road, you want to make sure you quiet the home crowd early. And how do they do it? Nice march to start things off. Let the run game find its footing early. That drive certainly checked a lot of boxes, and they finished it off with a touchdown run.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll start on the ground, ETN.
And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And on now is the punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 4.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2.
As they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again.
And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Now try to pick it up on 3rd.
They'll let this go for the end zone.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
A great effort there. 48 yards.
And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
At their own 28-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Reed looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Terry. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 44-yard line.
Looking to throw. Reed. And Gordon's got it. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 23 yards to pick up there.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're acting panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Reed now throwing on 1st down. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat!
Operating from the gun. Reed. And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Back to throw. Reed. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the 1st down. It's now 1st and goal.
Now Reed on 1st and 10. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
At the Commander's 11-yard line.
Looking to throw. Reed. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Back to throw. Reed. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Second down, here's Gibson again.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 15.
49 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
Third and 3. Back to throw. Howell. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30.
A gain of 14, 1st down Commanders.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Here we go, here we go. Sammy Lion. Rocco switch, Rocco switch. You ain't going nowhere.
They'll try the left side with Gibson.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
Throwing here, Howell.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to it, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
Third and long, here's Howell.
Looking deep downfield. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
To throw is Reed. To throw on second down. Throw left side complete. That's Palmer. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, that's the kind of play that was lacking all the way through the first half. Maybe this can give them a little bit of a spark, because they're not out of this game by any stretch.
This one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
Reed on first down.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Here's Reed. Off play action.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain, or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Reed now on third down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he can make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it here. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. Howell to the air on 1st and 10. That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Ball on the 39. Here's second down and 3. Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Now Howell.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe.
Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Reed.
And that went to the right side and incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup.
Throwing again. Reed. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Looking to throw. Reed dancing to his left. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
Now Reed throwing on 1st down. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Now a 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Reed. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Jonathan Allen able to drop in that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
And just when the offense seemed to be figuring things out, they have a little bit of a setback there. Finally getting a drive going. They can't let that stop them, especially since they've been shut out this far in.
To throw is Reed. Throwing on 3rd and long.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Commanders will take over here just shy of the 30. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps, to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
65 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the 2nd half, you've got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
On 1st down, right back to Gibson.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 47-yard line.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Cougar 19. Buffalo 18.
And Howe will throw it.
Flushed out right. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. 23 yards the pickup there.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Ready up.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Jab alert, jab alert. Hurt, hurt.
A handoff running left is Gibson. To the 27-yard line. And that's on the guard, Wyatt Teller.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Well, Hal's going to mix it up here. straight ahead, Gibson. Jalen Carter in on that tackle. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
On second down, here's Gibbs.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Howell, he'll look to throw it.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This from 54 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line.
Starting to get the sense throughout the league that more of the special teams coordinators give their guys the green light to bring the ball out because everyone wants big plays to happen. I don't know if that philosophy will hold after that era there, turn it over that deep in their own territory.
Do guys go rogue there a lot based on feeling?
I think a lot of them just sense that they can make a play and make a huge one to help their team. And they have to have that athletic arrogance about themselves. And every now and then, though, it'll cost them. And that's what we just saw there.
2nd and 3 from the 9. Gibbs straight ahead.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. 3rd and 2.
And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So on 4th down, Ron Rivera sends out the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now You know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there is a lot of shock in the stadium. The top seed, the favorites, really getting handled thus far in this divisional round and getting close to a disappointing one-and-done scenario in these playoffs. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Reed. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Reed on 1st and 10. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Here's Reed on 1st down. Being chased out left. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Reed now, throwing on 1st down. And that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Throwing left side, it's complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. 5 wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side. Looking to throw. Reed. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Wizards are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2. They'll look to throw, and they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. And they don't get the reception. Incomplete. So now they're down to 17 seconds remaining. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.